Fit for Life Radio, episode number 128. Today, we're talking French fries.
We're talking French fries, baby.
French fries. More specifically, we're doing a research review from our Precision Nutrition Research Insider. They had a thing on French fries every day. Here's what happens. It goes over a new study where they wanted to kind of see what would happen if someone added 300 calories of French fries to their diet compared to a group who added 300 calories of almonds. And yeah, this was quite interesting because we talk about it a lot, and you know, we're big on trade-offs and people understanding not to put the halo effect on foods, you know, and really good versus bad, right? And then what happens a lot of times, especially something like almonds, people think almonds are a good food, so I can just eat as
munch them all day,
much as I want, and French fries are bad, right? But the reality is, you know, it just comes down to trade-offs. You can have foods maybe you prefer, and learning, you might start eating French fries and they're make you want to keep eating more and more. So in reality, you plan to eat 300, but you just can't stick to 300.
And you eat 600 calories of French fries.
You know, so that's the issue. And maybe almonds, you can portion right. You can just have a little handful, or maybe not, right? One example, one thing you'll see as we break down the study, seasonings, right? So they didn't do this in the study, but I know for me, the difference of, say, plain raw almonds versus like those almonds that will have like different seasoning flavors. You know, they have like salt. They're like salt and vinegar.
Or like sriracha almonds.
Barbecue. Basically like potato chip almonds. Yeah. Those things are way easier to eat more of. And the key thing to realize is too much of anything will be bad, right? Too much of any food is going to eventually be excess calories.
It's going to catch up with you.
Yeah, and excess calories turn into excess body fat, which then has downstream negative health consequences. So too much water and you die, hyponatremia. So that's a good step to really grasping and not demonizing foods, and then being able to kind of have a balance with your lifestyle and find a sustainable approach with your food selection. So let's dig in. Yeah, let's dig in.
So this was short. How long was it? Was it a month?
It was
with the outcome, I would imagine.
Yeah,
a month.
Very short term. It's somewhere in here. We'll find it.
Okay,
so
it was short. Let's keep it there.
Essentially, what they did was they had a group. They had 3 groups. They were just adding 300 calories specifically, like they gave them these packets of the food, and their goal was they were curious to see if there'd be a difference in the groups who added 300 calories of almonds a day and the group who added 300 calories of French fries.
So there was 3 groups.
And there was 165 participants. Average age of 30 years old. Almost 70% were women, 30% were male, and no one had type 1 or type 2 diabetes. There was group 1, which was the almond group.
Just regular old almonds, Daddy.
Group 2, the French fry group. Group 3 was French fries with the herb spice mix. Which
flavor them up.
Yeah, they were just curious, what kind of difference that may make. Kind of having these non-calorie compounds added to the food.
So what's 300 calories of almonds?
That's probably like almost a little over an ounce.
Almonds.
So like a handful.
So it says 1 ounce is 170 calories.
So essentially, almost 2 ounces.
Almost 2 ounces.
2 servings.
Yeah.
So I want to see how the time.
We can find that. So another thing too.
Oh, here we go.
What do you got?
30 days.
30 days. Okay, that made sense. We'll tell you the outcome when we're wrapping it up. But also, if we're talking French fries, the 300 calories of French fries, if they're like fried French fries, ends up being like a medium French fry at McDonald's.
Okay.
That's like literally on the dot 300 calories. Yeah. So that's what we're comparing.
So you're adding
2 little handfuls of almonds probably.
Yep.
And then a medium fry at McDonald's.
Yeah. And then their diets, they weren't supposed to change anything, but it's not like they were in a ward where they're like controlling their whole diet.
No.
So essentially that's a negative to the study, is you don't really know what else everyone is eating. But in general, I think it shows too, how it can have maybe effect on the rest of your diet possibly. And what they also found after 30 days with these groups, adding the 300 calories of either almonds or French fries with spices, was nothing super significant.
No, nothing crazy
as far as changes. But what did happen was the almond group gained 1.1 pounds on average.
1 pound of almonds.
And that does not mean that they're just
full of almonds.
Full of almonds. They gained 1.1 pounds of body weight. The French fry group lost half a pound. The French fries with herbs and spice mix gained 1.0 pounds.
So nothing really that drastic. It's not like any of them gained 5 pounds.
But you see, like, most people would consider French fries a bad food, quote unquote, and almonds a good food. And
this is not that.
They all gained weight, right?
Yeah.
They added food, except the plain French fry group lost weight. What does that mean? So obviously somehow they ended up eating less. So they weren't, again, accounting for the entire diets, but so French fries, actually a plain boiled potato is rated, they've done tests and studies on this, as the number 1 most satiating food.
Yeah.
So it could be that maybe the people were satisfied from those fries and ended up eating less throughout the rest of their diet. The interesting thing is the French fry group with herbs and spices gained a pound. So that could say how, maybe they taste even better, and then they wanted more, or they ate more of other stuff.
They're a little more palatable, so it kind of encourages you to eat a little more food.
Yep.
Kind of that processed food effect that, we're all very aware of.
So, yeah, pretty interesting. And again, also goes along what we already know is that, like, total calories are what's key, and again, like, all these foods have different nutrition and nutrients.
Yeah,
right?
like both potatoes and almonds have pretty solid, micronutrient profiles.
It really just comes down to, with foods, hey, maybe the food volume, or again, is the food hyper palatable and makes you eat more or less? It's not. We're not even trying to say with this, almonds are bad, don't eat almonds. No. It's realizing when you're adding 300 calories to your diet, you want to find A, it's added calories. It could lead to weight gain. And B, pick foods you want.
Yeah.
Right? Now you may end up finding, perfect example is, I know I could eat pizza every day and lose weight if I want it, as long as my calories are in check. And maybe early on when you first kind of get into like flexible dieting,
you'd be able to do it.
You're excited and you can do that. But then over time, you literally start to choose the more whole food options, because you realize you get a bigger food volume, which ends up being satisfying. Yeah, I have one slice of pizza. It's hard just to have one slice, right? Say that one slice of pizza is 400 calories, 500 calories, but I could also have, 8 ounces of lean meat, an 8-ounce potato, and 8 ounces of broccoli for the same amount of calories.
It's way, way more food.
All of a sudden, that's 1.5 pounds of food versus the slice of pizza. And then one of them I'm more satisfied after I eat. The other one makes me want to eat more. So you start weighing these things into your decisions, and the whole foods start becoming the choice you crave.
Yeah.
You desire.
And yeah, like the pizza every day can get out of hand a lot quicker.
So
because you start with your macro appropriate portion, and that can very easily slide into having like a little more every day, and before you know it, you're eating a whole pizza.
So same thing with these almonds and French fries. What if you despise almonds and you think you just have to eat them, but the reality is you got to have that little bit of French fries, and now you're happy, you enjoyed it,
you're able to have something you really enjoy,
and you're able to actually end up eating less overall. Like in this study, right? Like the French fry group lost weight compared to the other groups that gained over a pound, and so maybe those people just felt like, oh, I got this little treat, and it actually ends up being a net healthy positive because they're able to control their weight better by allowing maybe something that was more joyful and a better experience for them, right? So that's again the powerful kind of takeaway from the study.
When's the last time you bought almonds?
If you know me, you know I'm always on the run, up early and home late, so having a 3-hour morning routine isn't really in the cards for me. What is in the cards is AG1. It's a fast way to get vitamins and minerals I need to perform. I first gave AG1 a try because I wanted a single solution that helps support my entire body by filling in nutrient gaps and simplifying my morning routine. Since drinking AG1 daily, I've always felt strong and energized and ready to attack the day. Not only does AG1 deliver my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, pre- and probiotics, and more, it's a powerful, healthy habit that's also powerfully simple. It's one scoop mixed in water once a day and every day. I know that AG1 is giving my body high-quality nutrition. Every batch of AG1 goes through a rigorous testing process, so you know that it's safe. And AG1 ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrition density. AG1 is a supplement that I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why I'm excited to welcome them as a new partner. Here is your chance to start every day this season with a gift to yourself. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/provengrit. That's drinkag1.com/provengrit. Check it out.
It's been a long
last
time.
week, cause
really?
But they were on Alexis's grocery list.
Oh,
she asked for them.
I don't think I bought nuts like that in a long time.
For me, so a perfect example, like they're healthy, healthy monounsaturated fats, but there are a lot of calories, right? So I would not. So if I'm gonna have 2 handfuls of almonds, 300 calories from almonds, I could just list like 14 other things.
You would rather have.
I would rather have.
I agree completely.
Right. If the difference for me is, if I have those almonds in my diet, now I have to have, say, chicken breast instead of ground beef, I'd rather not have the almonds.
Yeah, trade-off's not worth it.
Right? If having those almonds in my diet means, say 300 calories of almonds, well, then that's 300 calories less of potato I get to have. Right? So those are the trade-offs, and I'd rather have the potato.
I agree completely. I found nuts aren't worth it for me because I'd rather eat other food.
Yeah.
And nuts are expensive.
I'd rather have 300 calories of Greek yogurt and chocolate chips.
Agreed.
I
follow the same boat.
What people have to understand is there's no super direct correlation to like specific foods and like these immense health benefits. Yeah. It's more a lot of the health benefits come from maintaining a appropriate body weight, body composition.
Yeah.
So a diet, your total nutrition intake that supports maintaining a healthy body composition, that is a healthy diet, and it's going to be different. So say you eat only 100% Spartan hardcore, meat and beans and nut diet, but then you just end up binging because it just feels so restrictive, and then you ultimately your weight creeps up over the years. Like that's a negative. that's a negative. That is not as healthy as say if then you include a little bit of ice cream,
Some
and
French fries.
some French fries every week, and you maintain the body composition because you get to have these little bit of things that help it be sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
That is a healthy diet. Those French fries are part of your healthy diet. That is a healthy food choice in that context.
Agreed. You can always include French fries.
Yeah, and once that clicks and you live it and experience it, that's where I would love everyone to get.
Mm-hmm. It takes time to get there.
So that then you're not demonizing, you're not villainizing foods, which then takes away a lot of anxiety over certain foods and circumstances.
Yeah,
and
the good and the
experiences.
bad, and it's just not helpful that like one food is bad and one food is good, and I think it ruins everybody's experience with those foods.
And yeah, with the study, right? Again, dude, French fries are potatoes fried in oil, so they can be more hyper palatable and calorie dense. But potatoes still are full of nutrients.
It's a very nutrient dense food.
They have resistant starch, fiber, tons of vitamins, tons of minerals, tons of phytochemicals. So it's not like
it's a junk food.
It's a pixie stick.
Yeah.
Or oil, which has no micronutrients.
Yep, just the oil.
So
yeah, don't knock it.
Yeah, and then also like we mentioned before, potatoes are super satisfying.
They are. If you're ever like dieting and like you need a carb, I prefer white potatoes if I'm ever like cutting weight or something, just because they fill you up so much better than say like white rice. I love, but if I'm trying to be in a calorie deficit, white rice just is nowhere near as filling as white potatoes are. Not for me, at least.
And they've done multiple studies, one specifically that's often cited from the University of Sydney. Took 38 food items, from fruit to baked goods to protein-rich foods to all types of foods. And the result was that boiled potatoes ranked the highest on the satiety index. It was calculated by giving people 240 calories of a food and then measuring how much they ate from a standard range of food and drinks for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
So essentially from the study, the people who ate plain potatoes were more satisfied, meaning they ended up eating less the next 2 hours than of any of the other foods.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And yeah, now here's the kicker. A lot of people, when they have potatoes, they add, salt, oil, butter, sour cream, things like that, which then make them more highly palatable. Same thing with French fries, right?
Yeah.
That's why French fries are typically going to be easier to overeat than a plain boiled potato because they're fried in oil.
There's oil, there's salt.
And then like we saw in this study, then when you added the herbs and spices, actually, for whatever, somehow those people gained weight versus the plain French fry group, which lost weight. Obviously, the oil, mixed
the spices aren't making you gain weight.
The herbs are calorie free, right?
Yeah.
So it's more that now they're flavored, which is a whole nother podcast episode about variety, making it harder to eat less. But yeah, they essentially somehow end up eating more elsewhere from that. Same thing with the almonds, right? The almond group gained weight as well. So it could have just been from the additional 300 calories of almonds a day. But that's where like what you eat impacts the rest of your day of what you eat.
Yeah.
Because they all purposely added 300 calories of something. Whether it was the almonds or the French fries. French fry group lost weight. The almond group gained weight. So it's not that the French fries had a magical compound that made them lose weight.
It's just that people ate maybe a little bit less in the rest of their day
exactly
compared to the almonds.
So now what people will do is spin this and then like French fries are a magical food, and then someone listening will want to hope, all I have to do is eat French fries and I'll lose weight.
And then we're right back to where we started.
Yeah, remember, again, there is no magic food.
There's no magic food.
It comes down to the total calorie intake. Make it your own. Make it sustainable.
You know what doesn't help that? Like you'll see, I think I've blocked so many things that put posts like this up on the internet, but how they'll have a food and like it has X, Y, and Z nutrients in it. And it'll be like, boosts your immunity, helps you with strong teeth. And it's like they got, 0.1 0.2% of your daily value. And it's not like it's a magic food, but it props foods up as like being magical, and it does all of these things, like a cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Cucumber is basically water with some nutrients in it, but it's not like it's crazy nutrient dense, you know? So saying that it does all of these things, improves your eyesight, is just very disingenuous and doesn't help our conversation. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Minor gripe.
Yeah.
With literally the entire internet. That's all.
And there's been other stuff some people may be familiar with, similar to this little study. The one was people have done like where they eat McDonald's every day,
Mm-hmm.
and actually all their health markers improve because they lost, they kind of ate an appropriate amount calorie-wise, lost weight, had their day all planned out, including the McDonald's, and then they got their blood work done. There's one, I can't specifically remember, but he ate McDonald's every day, got like a burger, fries, and like he went to the doctor, did it for like 3 months, lost weight, went to the doctor again, got checked, and from based on his blood work and obviously the weight loss, the doctor's like, man, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, right? It's like, I'm eating McDonald's every day. So there was a movie,
Super Size Me,
where the dude, just ate ad lib
McDonald's
every day for all his meals, and he gained a bunch of weight and all his health, and they were kind of using that to like
demonize it. But if you eat it all day, every day, and don't portion it properly, you're going to gain weight. Your health markers are going to be terrible.
Yeah.
But that's, not, it's a spin.
Mm-hmm.
So we had somebody at the gym who, lost a ton of weight, and all that they said they did, and this is before they came to us, I believe, all they did was just cut their McDonald's meal in half.
Yeah.
Like they ate half of what they used to and drank half of what they used to.
And
that was literally it. And still went to McDonald's, just had a smaller meal at McDonald's and lost I want to say it was something like 40 or 50 pounds.
Yeah. It all comes down to portions.
It does, man.
Yep.
And just setting yourself up for it too. If you go in without a plan to anything, you're going to be not as good off.
Or any knowledge.
Yeah.
We meet a lot of people who think they don't eat a lot of food, but it's because they eat a lot of processed food, which just because something's not a lot of visual food, say on your plate, it could still be very calorically dense. And then because something could be a lot of food on your plate,
it's
visually,
not calorie dense.
And it could be not very many calories. So you want to learn those things so that you can kind of have a more accurate idea of what you're actually consuming, because it's not as it always appears, right? It really comes down to the caloric value.
Yep.
So let us know. Maybe that was interesting. Hopefully gives you a nugget to take away.
Little nuggy.
Let us know if you'd rather add
French fries or almonds. What are you going with? French fries.
French fries, yeah. I mean,
Any
I already
day of the
eat
week.
potatoes every day. So really, in theory, what that would be was I would be sacrificing, if I decided to switch my potato consumption, like my boiled potato consumption,
to French fries.
You're
losing volume.
I'd lose the volume, right? But in theory, I would get more flavor, and so that's the trade-off.
Yep. But then you're hungrier. You know what I do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give everybody my my French fry recipe real quick that I've been doing. If you have an air fryer, this is absolutely the jam. And you can do like a whole potato and not have like a ton of oil, and it's pretty legit. Cut it up into fries. You can skin it if you want. You don't have to. It feels weird to say skin it.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a serial killer. Just peel your potato. That's the word I was looking for. Peel it, cut it up into your fries. Then you boil it. Boil your fries in water. You put like a few tablespoons of vinegar, some salt. Boil it for like 6 minutes. And then after you dry them off, you put them in your air fryer. A little spray of oil if you want that. And then do like 15 minutes at 400. And it's literally the best fries I've ever made at home.
Mm-hmm.
Best experience ever. Now, with that, you do have to know that it's not as satiating as a straight boiled potato. However, it's still like a lot of potato, and I was completely satisfied. I had that with some ground beef, and I was good, straight up. So if you want to, I guess more, a less calorie dense French fry, that would be the way to do it instead of, getting your fried fries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
That's what I'll do from time to time. Some air fryer fries.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
A little crunch.
Yeah, dude, the crunch is on point. Just a little salt at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to make today. Now that I'm talking about it,
You're all worked up.
I'm worked up, dude. I got a taste for potato.
Lathered up.
Lathered up. No butter though. Don't need to
All
butter
right.
my potatoes.
That's all we got.
That's it. Just a little potato almond review. A little snack for you.
Mm-hmm. Drop us a line. Let us know what you want to hear next. And
Yeah, maybe we'll do a Q&A pretty soon.
Q&A, yeah.
We'll throw out for a Q&A and answer the people's questions.
All right. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time. As always, thanks for listening, guys. If you want to learn more, check us out at coastalfitnessva.com or garydeagle.com. We'll see you next time.